Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Neysa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective. Oh, any way you want it, that's the way you.
That's the song that popped up here.
I'm versatile. Don't do it. I know it's Black Music Month too, but
yeah,
everybody's inspired by Black music. Thank you. So I'm sure.
Okay.
Let me sing something else. Cause this is ladies' night, and I'm feeling right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. You didn't say that loud.
You know I don't sing.
Oh what a night.
You know I don't sing. That's not my ministry. I lip sync everything.
On disco lights, your name will be seen.
There are two things the Lord did not give me. Okay, you know I wouldn't act right. One's a voice. I can't sing because I would be on stage and twerking and just be. Beyonce wouldn't have nothing on Neysa. I'd be out there.
Okay.
I'd be out there.
Mm-hmm.
And a penis. You know, wouldn't act right. I'd be Future in the streets.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Hi.
I'm so serious.
Hello.
Why you can sing? I get cut off from my little stories.
You would be Future in the streets.
I will be Future in the streets. I'll be calling girls talking about, hey, I miss you.
You'd be a whole meme out here.
Right, I would.
Oh my God.
Sell your aunt at the grocery store the other day. That's how you were doing. I'd be a problem.
Okay, you know that's what's that line? Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. I miss you.
Girl, I'd be a whole problem. And the Lord knew. He was like, I can't even let Neysa do it like that. I was like, all right. I'm already a menace as a woman, much less as a man.
Yes, you are. For those who don't know.
You know, it is what it is.
Hello. Okay, well, yeah, hey y'all. Welcome to Go Ladies. And I'm Faith.
I'm Neysa.
She's not a man, but sometimes
I'm not.
like one.
No.
What's up? We're back.
We are. Yeah, another week, another topic, another day, another America, the finale, as people are calling it now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we get a week where it's just butterflies and roses and no bullshit?
You know what? It's perfect you said that because our last episode was lighter.
It was.
And I'm glad it was because things continue to happen, right? You keep living, things happen. So I like to take those moments when we can, when it's not so serious.
That's true.
Yeah. Different perspective. So yeah.
That's a good point. So
this week is dumpster fire.
So how has your week been so far?
I don't know what day it is. You know, what do people say? I'm just glad to be alive. I'm just glad to be here, despite all that's going on in the world. So
yeah. I did go outside.
You went outside?
I did go outside. I went to the 100 Black Men Gala on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my first time going.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. It was nice. I was a guest of one of the sponsor tables, and so that was great.
Mm-hmm.
With a friend, Brittany, who Brittany knows everybody in Nashville. If you don't know Brittany, I'm not gonna say her whole name and her business street, but she knows everybody in Nashville. And by saying Brittany, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that Brittany." But she does.
You know.
So I was a guest at the table, and then the other title sponsor had my best friend at it. So I was like, "Yay!" So at the Peoples, that was great. It was a lovely event celebrating Black men and these up and rising students. So that was a good event.
You didn't catch a Black man? You didn't catch
what?
You didn't catch a Black man out of the 100?
You know, so somebody else asked me that. They're like, "Oh, you're going and you can go and shop." And I'm like, "No, you can't." Oh, okay. First of all, the ticket price is high. Number two, I'm not saying this about Black men, but a lot of men are not this community centric or altruistic until they are coupled with someone. So it's a lot of married Black men and a lot of couples there, you know? And, you know, I'm not no homewrecker, I don't do that. So I left there and went to a cigar bar. in
Yes.
East Nashville. Met up with some other of my friends, line sisters over there. And it was good. We're sitting outside. I'm happy we're outside because cigar bar, especially with braids, you get it all in your hair and whatever else.
Thanks.
We were sitting outside, and I'm not a cigar smoker, but I can have a drink and just fellowship. So that's what I did. One of the topics that came up was the Pied Piper of R&B. And there was a guy there who was discussing the only reason they're going after this Black man is because he's trying to own his masters.
Okay, Hotep.
I went off. You know me.
I know you did.
I went off. I went all the way off. So much so that my master said, hey, pick up your drink. So, I'm sorry, I'm showing out.
Yep.
But it comes down to my point that I always make.
Yeah.
How is it that 1 in 4 women have been sexually assaulted, but nobody knows a rapist? And I'm sitting here and we're telling you that this is happening, and you want to tell me, oh, he was only arrested because he wanted to buy his masters, or what about these other white men who are doing it, or why are other people being arrested for this? I'm like, we should arrest all the pervs.
Absolutely.
Like, there isn't if we can't get them all, we should let them all go. That's not how this works.
No.
And honestly, it makes me side eye the person who was talking. Like, and I know this guy from college, and I'm just like, you'll never be alone with anybody I know, because you cannot be trusted.
That part.
You can't be trusted.
I hate creepy vibes.
And people just be caping for these fools. Like,
right.
Caping for people who have a record of molesting women. Like, even Bill. Why are you caping for Bill?
I'm like, are you okay, bro? Like, what? Like, even if you are, I mean, clearly why
I know Cliff Huxtable.
Right.
I know that character, and that beloved character, who actually I can't even watch right now because now it feels creepy for me to watch it. So
I go back to some of the stuff.
So, but I loved Cliff Huxtable. I don't know Bill. And I've met Bill, interviewed Bill.
You did meet Bill.
And still, that don't mean I know you. I don't know you.
That he didn't try to get on. He wasn't creepy with you though, was he?
So no. He struck me when I met him as I was interviewing him for a work event, and we had set up 2 chairs across from each other to do the interview. And he was on the couch when I got there. And after we took these chairs up, he decides he doesn't want to get up from the couch. He wants to sit on the couch and have this interview. So I had to sit next to him on the couch to do this interview. And it wasn't creepy. It was an educational event. So it really wasn't and there were lots of people in the room and a photographer and all this stuff. So I didn't feel any type of way about it. And this is before I knew about his creepiness. I feel like a lot of his creepiness, the people who were comics knew, but the world didn't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was a little different. But no, I didn't feel any kind of way about Bill. But yeah, so all that to say that the Pied Piper was sentenced today to what?
To 30 years in prison. And this comes months after he was convicted on all 9 counts in his sex trafficking case. Yeah.
People who are in Chicago talk about him hanging outside of high schools. People who are in the industry,
have said that. Like, they would see him outside at the McDonald's.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, we have to quit turning a blind eye to assault. And you cannot in one breath say protect Black women and in the next breath defend R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's true.
It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It is.
I mean, and it really is like, what business do you have hanging out with all these young kids? I get it. Listen, and I'm not just lying. I get it. You were also molested, right? But with a lot of people, it's a cycle. You can't read, educate. So for you, you're very juvenile minded. But guess what? You a grown ass man, and it's nasty. It's wrong. It's dirty. It's all of the above. It's just filthy. And and all the people, shout out to Dreamhampton, like for just breaking this wide open, like legit Detroit homie, Dreamhampton.
Yep.
In Lifetime.
All lowercase letters.
Thank you.
Dreamhampton.
Dreamhampton. Like for bring it, because we know we're not believed, we're not listened to, but for Lifetime to pick this up in the series and where it went, and it gave those women a voice and hopefully encourage other women in their situations to come forward. So
that's the thing. I've heard men say, well, why did this happen before now? You don't know that it didn't.
Thank you.
But are they believed?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
what was you wearing?
I've even heard women say, I mean, that's just kind of what you have to do to be in the game, though.
Yeah.
Should it be?
Flag on the play.
Should it be?
Flag on the play.
But the casting couch is real, but should it be real?
Mm-hmm.
No, it shouldn't.
No.
You know, and I don't understand it. I don't have to condone it. I don't have to support it. That's just, I am happy that he is going away and he's no longer a menace to the world. And I hope that the people who were impacted by it get the help that they need and the healing that they need to move forward. But I hope it's a lesson to everybody that no one is above it, the law, that no one should have this happen to them. And I hope that at some point, our community especially learns to listen and trust what their children, our young ladies are saying. Yeah. How many people do we know who have to spend Thanksgiving dinner with their molester?
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous. That's, oh, I mean, Uncle so-and-so didn't mean it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about my kids. Like, my kids knew, hands down, I believe you and I will ride for you. You can call me at any time and say, this happened. I'm going to believe you and I'm going to ride for you. And I'm going to come in guns blazing and do my little time. Miss gonna read these books and tutor folk in the prison. I already got my job picked out because
hello, I know.
You don't.
And you created that safe space. I can say I'm thankful I have that with my mother. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm the youngest and I've spent the most time with her. You know what I mean? I don't know that my brother and sister necessarily have that, but I know for a fact, I almost tell my mom too much. But I'm okay with that. Like, she'd be like, I didn't need to know that. Even now, I'm like, yes, you did.
Same with me and my mama. I say all kinds of stuff to make her clutch her pearls. She's like, and I'm like,
right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's so important for your kids to have that, to be able to come to you. So
my daughter got drunk at college graduation after the parties and all that, and had her friends bring her home. And her friends were like, are you sure? You don't just stay at our house until you get yourself together. And it made me happy to hear my daughter say, told me afterwards, the fact, of course, she was like, no, my mom was my first call. She got me.
Absolutely.
And I'm the first call. You call me, no matter what kind of BS you're in, I'm going to show up. I'm going to handle the situation. Now, depending on what you did or what you didn't do, the next day, might be some conversations to be had.
Yeah.
In the moment, no, we do rescue. I'm Liam Nielsen. We got a particular skill set. I'm coming to Paris to get you. Now, the whole ride back, you're going to be annoyed. You're going to be like, I told your ass, band around. Y'all they're trying to be fast, having big fun in Paris with your little friend. See what it got you? See what it got you? That's going to be the whole ride back.
Right.
But I'm coming to get you.
Yeah. I know. Oh my gosh. Something else, just really briefly? The whole Brittany Griner case. We've not talked about this.
We have not.
But I will admit, sometimes I have a hard time with walking that fine line of victim blaming and why you go over there and act up. So you saying that, you went to Paris, you went to whatever, but, and I've read some things and there's some things I do kind of agree with. As Americans, a lot of times we go to these countries and you're not in America no more.
True.
I'm not blaming her. I'm not getting to the whole case. You're more than welcome to do that. But especially Russia, like, I'm just like, girl. And I hate that she missed the calls from her wife. Like, that's totally messed up. They're supposed to be there. Nobody's at the embassy. But I just sometimes wonder, especially, I know typically the people who are lacking melanin feel, privilege and do whatever they want to do. But I don't know. I'm weird that way with travel. And if I do go to another country, it's like, I'm not from here. I don't speak this language. I'm not trying to do anything. I've seen the videos from Thailand where they flogging people, and like, I want to abide by y'all laws.
So I kind of feel the same way you do, with the caveat, like, I'm not a world traveler. That's just not something I've had a chance to experience yet. So I think sometimes we go to other countries, we do have to, of course, abide by the rules and regulations that are there. I really don't think a lot of the countries are any better or worse, though, than what we have over here. We tend to demonize and the otherness of it to make it more menacing. But the reality of it is, I mean, you don't want to go to jail down in Pulaski either. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that either. So regarding this case, I understand people are like, well, why did she do that? Why did she have this, whatever else? Well, she played ball overseas for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They play here, they don't make enough money. So then they go overseas and they play over there. And they've been doing this for years. It's not like it's an unthought out, adventure, or just I'm backpacking through Europe. This is her livelihood and she's done this for years. And so knowing that, I feel like you do get a little lax sometimes. You think, oh, I live here. I mean, how many folk live here and, do stuff in other states and bring it back, and you're like, oh, but it ain't legal here, but it's legal over there. You know what I mean? People do kind of stuff like that. So I think with it being Russia, I don't know what her contract said either. Like, I don't know if the minute Russia invaded the Ukraine, she should have been like, all right, I'm gonna see y'all later. Head out. I'm gonna head out.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know what her contract says. I don't know if she could have that, leeway to just head out without paying a fine or whatever else. I don't know what her obligations were. I would hope that you got a war clause. If we nuck, if you buck, and the U.S. is mad, you can be out. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. So there's a lot of things that are surrounding that. I do wish that she gets to come home.
I do too.
Unfortunately, I don't think that she's a priority. No. And people are like, bring her home. She's a victim of the war. And I'm like, she is. And as a Black woman, it pains me to say this. They ain't coming for me.
Right.
And they ain't coming for her. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm, and she has all the three. She's Black, female, and gay. For you. Yeah. They ain't coming for you. And so they ain't coming from my tail. If I get locked up somewhere,
listen,
they're not.
Across the world.
Uncle Joe, cousin Kamala, they ain't coming.
It's not a priority.
Yeah. You gotta be blonde and blue hair to get some kind of, oh, I'm gonna come save you. Hell, you gotta be blonde and blue hair to get on the news here to be missing.
Listen.
So
yeah, absolutely. It's not a priority.
So you can't even be Black in this country and be missing. So it's like, no, but they're not coming. So I wish her the best, and I hope that her wife keeps the heat out there and keeps, putting the pressure on it. But I'm not holding my breath that this will be solved by some grand gesture by the U.S.
No.
It'll get worked out in court.
Bargaining tool. I'm like, I hope Russia's not like, we have your it's not like it's LeBron. I hate to say that. It's everything you said, though. You know what I mean?
We got your girl. Y'all get out of the Ukraine, and DC gonna be like, who? New phone? Who this? Who that?
Yeah. God bless.
Right.
Woo. Anyways, I just know we hadn't talked about that. Yeah. I get it. It's different.
So are we walking backwards? We started with Laura.
Okay.
Where you want to go next?
Where you want to go next? Okay, so it's the hottest topic last week when it broke. on Friday.
Yeah.
Of course, we're talking about Roe v. Wade being struck down
Yes.
by the highest court in the land, Supreme Court, on what is the decision? I need was 5. So yeah. And I'm gonna really let Neysa go in on this one. There's so many thoughts, so many pieces. We're both Black women. You're someone who's had children. You've been blessed and privileged to be able to carry and have children. I don't have kids.
You know.
I don't have a desire to have kids. I can. I don't. I have no desire to have kids. I don't hate kids. I love kids. Kids love me.
You're a good auntie.
I really am. I'm a great auntie. But yeah, so I mean that's kind of my perspective. But it's much more than that. That's kind of, you know, there's so many layers. But yeah, you got it, sis.
So look.
Yes.
On the family level, I had a conversation with my daughters and told them this ain't no time to be playing. Not saying you have to ride the ride, but if you ride the ride, you better double up, triple up on your stuff because it's tricky out there. Your rights are being taken away. My oldest told me, she's like, it feels very dystopian, Mom. I said, oh, but it is. It's very dystopian. So it's ridiculous that our rights are being eroded as we speak on multiple levels. That's it in a nutshell. The other part of it is I do not understand how people who cannot find the clitoris on a good day can determine my uterus. That does not make sense to me. We are letting the patriarchal society dictated by a small number of people, but because they're loud and vocal, determine the rights of 50% of the population. I don't understand that. I don't understand how even more insidious is the fact that Clarence Thomas, the Black male on the thing, which all skin folk ain't kinfolk, I understand that, but not only wants to turn back Roe v. Wade with his insurrectionist ass wife. That wasn't a wave, that was the finger. My mom was gonna be mad at me, but she is. But also to roll back, you know, gay marriage, was to roll back some other protections under the law. But he did not mention the Loving case.
Come on, Virginia.
He did not mention that one because he still want to keep his little white wife. Now look, marry who you want to marry. Find love where you find it. But if you can find love where you find it, why can't let everybody find love where they find it? Listen. I don't get it. I don't get it.
He's always, let me just chime in really quick.
Come in, hop on in, because you know I'm gonna go in, go.
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Yes, Lord.
Just finished. She was on CBS this morning and she talked about how she was in law school with Clarence and how he basically essentially was always a jackass. She didn't use them words, you know what I mean? But he had that
acidness in his veins.
Exactly. She was like, he has that power of persuasion. She's seen it since they were younger. She was like, it's something, he has people's ears. And I'm like, wow. That just,
No. It is. And here's the part that really makes me angry. More so than even Roe v. Wade being turned back. I am sick. And I'm gonna say this very clearly and very plainly. I am sick of the hand wringing that our lesser melanated sistren are doing right now. And I'm choosing my words very, very carefully. It's no secret that 53% of white women voted for Trump in 2016. What's even more appalling than that 53% is that 55% voted for him in 2020. Don't vote for him and then be surprised at the outcome that we are now seeing. That just doesn't make sense. And people are like, well, what are y'all gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna do shit. I'm gonna write some checks. I'm gonna talk to the people that I love. I'll make sure that they know that should they need anything, then I will happily help them get whatever services that they need.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to saying, what are y'all gonna do? I'm not doing shit. I'm not putting a pink hat on. I'm not marching through the streets. I'm not doing any of that because we've done it. Black women, 95% of Black women did what they're supposed to do.
We tried to tell y'all.
Y'all don't listen. You don't believe us.
That part.
I don't understand. You don't get that when Black women say, do this because it helps us in our communities, you don't understand it also benefits your community as well. For some reason, there's a disconnect there. I don't know how to make that happen. That's not my job to fix. I will say that white women specifically need to gather themselves and evaluate their belief system and evaluate their conscience and then figure out what they're going to do. Because you had Hillary Rodham Clinton versus Trump in 2016. And y'all still chose the guy who grabbed the pussies and made fun of the handicap and had people being beat up at his rallies.
Yeah.
And I remember very vividly that there was a Black male friend of mine who went to a predominantly white church, and he left the church after the election. And his white congregants were like, no, stay. It's never going to be that bad because politics are always dirty and they just say anything to get elected, but it's never going to be that bad. And if it is, we'll stand with you. And me, because I'm petty, I am.
Right.
I will go back to that post pretty regularly after new bullshit happens, like kids in cages, shithole countries, all this stuff, and would ask the person who said that, are you standing with us yet? What about now?
Yeah.
What about today? What about now?
Yeah. I know.
People always expect insurrection to happen like the storm of the Capitol. Yes, that was a very visual symbol of insurrection, but that really wasn't an insurrection. The insurrection is them chipping away at the rights and the rules and the conscience of the country over and over again. And it breaks off in very small pieces until it builds up to this now flood of these insurrectionists on, January 6th. It's the Koch brothers in 2014, or, actually, 2012, and then in 2008 with Sarah Palin, the Tea Party. The Tea Party,
happening.
The Koch brothers put this in motion in 2008.
It's not new.
They're playing chess.
Yes.
They're playing chess.
Even, Supreme Court
nominees. Yes.
Confirmations that we want this part. Yeah.
They told 44, you can't put a Supreme Court justice up here. I mean, we're about to have an election.
And that's been one of the things at the top of the list. Roe v. Wade. Every time it's come up. So
all the things that they said. Exactly. And so here we are. These chickens are now coming home to roost, to quote Malcolm, And so we have to really evaluate. And I will say this too, it's on the dim shoulders too. You could have codified Roe v. Wade. You have the majority. 44 came in office and it was just him. He did not have any of Congress, right? We didn't have the House or the Senate.
Yeah.
You have them. And we're still talking about, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. You have Biden, you have these things. Like, anytime we talk your shit is now.
I know.
And we all acting timid. Like, I don't know. I don't know where this is going to end. And to segue from Roe v. Wade to January 6th all the way, with all these, hearings are ongoing.
Yes.
And I need you to put some people in jail.
Good luck with that.
Because if we continue to give passes to people who do us harm, then we will continue to have these situations happen. there has to be a line in the sand. And if storming the Capitol wasn't it,
Yeah.
then I don't know what is. Like, it's the same thing with school shootings. If shooting up the first graders ain't it,
Right.
I don't know what is, you know? It's like each time I think we can't get no lower than this, we're like, no, girl, we got a sub basement.
When did somebody say we hit the Earth's crust?
Right.
We are.
Lava.
Yeah. I mean, I know.
So we have to, 45 needs to go to prison. His cronies need to go to prison. We need to root out the fascists that are in these higher up offices, and they need to be atoned for what they did. Last week I mentioned that I read State of Terror by Hillary Rodham Clinton, and it was very much so her book, you know, very much so. And I'm not giving anything away, but there's a part of the book where basically white supremacists are in higher levels of government, and they get rooted out and they get prosecuted, right? And I'm like, why does this feel like a fantasy to me and not real life? Because we see it over and over again.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen, there is nothing wrong, honestly, with you being a racist. You have the right to believe whatever you want to believe.
Okay.
I will say that. You cannot act upon those beliefs. That's where it breaks the law.
Okay.
It's a civil rights issue at that point. If you are a racist and you got your little Klan hat in your own house, your house like, I'm the best, I'm the best. Do what you want to do in your own house. I can't stop that. I think it's immoral. I think it's unethical, but do you?
Yeah. Just don't come over here with that.
But when you come outside your door and you're denying jobs or financing or things of that nature, that's when it's against the law, right?
Right.
When you are doing this and people are being hurt and people are being killed, and all these things are coming, taking away voting rights, and
absolutely,
all these things, I'm just like,
y'all
don't see that? Because I've been seeing the smoke for a minute. And then we got a fire, and y'all like, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not. It's on fire.
We see it, and it's been happening. And unfortunately for me, I know I'm smart. I'm not surprised, and I don't know what the answer is. I know for me, I plan to do more just to educate myself, and really, you know, I'm wanting to know more of what's going on, what's possible. I love that AOC issued a possible plan. You know, I do happen to like her, and that's not just on some celebrity stuff, because she is kind of the wild card, and the Dems don't really F with her because she a little too, you know. But I like that because there's somebody who's like, no, here's a plan. It might not work, but here's something. I'm not just talking.
I like AOC. I will say, as a freshman, she came in a little hot.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
that's that New York.
True, but
yeah.
Imagine a new person coming to your job today. Day one, they're like, I'm gonna solve all your problems. And you're like,
right.
You don't know what a copier is. Like, sit down.
I know.
Get
in there.
Yeah. Get the lay of the land.
Yeah.
And then you can move, you know? Yeah. And I'm saying take months. I'm just saying get the lay of the land first, you know? Get you a committee appointment.
Yeah.
But now as a sophomore, you know, I feel like, okay, now they should take her words with more gravity. They should give it more weight. They should, you know, work on it. But I think that we just have to do a better job. And I don't know what it's going to take. Like, I don't know. But I also think this is on all of us too. Like, for me personally, as you know, we're members of sorority, and the Divine Nine here in Nashville, you know, there are all these things that we're talking about, but what is our collective action? You know, what is the thing that we're doing to really change the world, you know? And we're all doing things individually, and I'm not saying the small ripples don't ripple on and cause greater effect, they do. But at a time such as this, I don't know if it's time for small pebbles anymore, big boulders, you know? And I think that we're gonna have to move with some urgency. Be it the Divine Nine, be it the NAACP, be it, you know, the Congressional Black Caucus, be it, you know, whatever else, and get on one accord. You know, hey, these are the 1, 2, 3 things we're working on, and here's how we need your help. And then we only be about our business of helping and financing those things. And I'm not talking about no $100,000 checks. You get what you can, you know, like, hey, every Black church this month, $10 is going to go to this. Got it. Okay. You know, something to get the ball rolling, because if not, we're going to look up and it's going to be in 1954 again. And, you know, prior to Brown v. Board, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. This insurrection for me, I just feel like it was a precursor to something else. I don't want anything else bad to happen, but I don't think that's the end of it. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong.
Yeah. When you say something bad, what do you mean that to be?
I don't know. These people out here crazy.
They are.
I really don't know, but it's something that I feel like it's just a precursor, because I don't know that these Trump, they're not gonna be prosecuted. They're just not. He's not going to jail. He's not. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm listening just to the dog. I'm just trying to pay attention more. You know, like I don't know.
It's uneasy.
Yeah, that's what
uneasiness.
Yeah. Yep.
That is now, I think, even creeping into Black spaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
It used to be craziness be outside. You go to Black spaces and be safe, right? 100 Black Men Gala.
Yeah.
Good event. Good hotel. Lovely event. People in gowns, right? Realistically, I was like, who got the security here? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is a town of 10.
Need to protect this.
Right. Like, who got the security here? You know?
Yeah.
And that's not a thought I probably would have had years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just thinking these things through, not projecting, not even that I want to put that out there in the world that things like that are happening, but they are happening. And so how do we best protect ourselves and you know, I don't know, navigate this world where there's so much hate and so much stupidity. Like,
yes,
I saw a clip and it was on one of the nightly shows, and they were showing people who support Make America Great Again, clips from Ivanka saying that she believes Barr, right? And about their no voter fraud. And people were like, nope, she would never say that. They're like, no, here's the video of her saying it. How do we know it's not a clone? How do we know? I'm like, how do we know it's not a deep fake?
I know.
And that's the problem. When you erode the truth, when up is no longer up and down is no longer down, then everything else can be in question too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's the problem of journalists though as well. They gave both sides have to equal time. No, they don't. No, they don't. Like, if I say this paper is pink, I don't have to have you on the air talking about, well, I think it's green.
Right.
No, it's obviously pink. I don't have to give you no time for your stupidity. Like, no.
Yeah.
Well, so often, and we both worked in those newsrooms where you gotta have somebody talk on the other side too. And it's like,
yeah, because we're supposed to be unbiased.
Right.
Objective, unbiased. Yeah.
Objective and unbiased does not mean wrong.
Correct.
I don't have to allow lies.
Correct. Yeah.
To be objective and unbiased. You know, when 45 said that his inauguration was the most well attended and we saw that it wasn't, we'd have to keep running that, talk about, well, he said this and Kellyanne said it's that new math. No, he lied. And they're doing it now more, calling out liars. Oh, well, the president lied, and this is what he said. Well, that's great, but it's also, 6 years too late.
Right. I saw something in another. We are clearly newsies. So I was
Obviously.
watching 60 Minutes. I love 60 Minutes. Yes, I'm a 70-year-old woman inside.
That and CBS Sunday Morning, girl. Get me
Girl, they really just get in depth with their stories.
Long form journalism. I love it.
So good. So they were talking about the campaign ads that are run on TV, and these stations, or they'll get complaints, or can this person say that? And according to, they broke down like FCC, like they have to run those commercials. If those ads say sponsored by, like if the wording is right and it's following all the rules, they have to run them. But so yeah, we could be watching a program and be like, I mean, it's some candidates here now, and I just be like, what are you talking about? But it's a paid for ad, and money is the long game. It's about money. And so yes, they're going to run these things. You at home are either gonna be like, oh, I like this guy, I'm gonna vote for him, or you like, what the hell is he talking about? So it was a very interesting piece, though. Like how, yeah, it was good.
So former coworker of ours, Nicole Carr, who writes for ProPublica, she posted a piece about a situation in Georgia where, I don't know if you read it. Did you read it? There was a teacher who was hired by, I believe it's Forsyth County. I'm not remembering the exact county, so don't quote me on that. But to come in and be their, basically the director of diversity and inclusion. And so they hired her as a Black woman, and the white families said, she's here to teach critical race theory. She's here to teach critical race theory. And the Black woman, and the job she was hired for, she was like, no, I'm not. I'm here to make sure that we have, X, Y, and Z, and that we're equitable, and that we're having diverse voices and all this thing. White families, dog whistling, no, we can't have diversity, can't have inclusion, can't have equity. Nope, don't want none of it. It's all critical race theory. You got to go. And basically ran her out of the county. Wow. So then she gets hired in another county in Georgia, just to like, hey, we're going to hire you, because she's obviously a good teacher, right? And the parents from the first county keep protesting, and then they're going to run out of the second county as well. And it's like, this woman has said to you, like, this is not who I am. This is not what I'm hired to do. This is not what I do. Like, you heard it from her mouth directly. The school board also said it, came out and was like, no, that's not what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. And they still ran her out. They still did not believe.
Ignorance.
I
mean, and they believe, people, you don't argue with fools. You believe, and it's not for me to agree to disagree. It's just, you're a fool. I'm not going to argue with you, because that is what you believe. Now, maybe I can touch somebody else's life, it might get through, but them people, you'll be like, just forget it. For me,
the mask mandate. After the fall of the mask mandates and the school boards and all that. And that's the game that we don't even understand. Like, they're not only eyeing the highest office in the land, they're eyeing school boards. Insurrection of thought precedes insurrection of action.
Absolutely. That's the soundbite right there. Pull that.
So they're trying to control the minds of our children. This is no different than the Taliban having internet videos and trying to recruit Muslim extremists. Just because you change the name of the Lord does not mean that you're not doing the same damn thing. You're doing the same thing. And then I just had this question about, you didn't want to wear a mask over your nose and mouth because you felt that it's your choice, but my cootie's not my choice.
Oh, a word. No, it's not.
I'm confused. The math isn't mathing.
Girl, you know they need more white babies. Go ahead. The colors are taking over. I mean, that's just what it is. No. And that we all saw the clip of that lady talking about the whites. Oh, and then tried to fix
it's gonna stay the white race that way.
I mean, if you demographically, there's some biracial color is, I'm not dummying it down, but their fear of things is just, I'm just like, why y'all so scary? I'm scared. This is the fear.
So I don't understand that. And here's why I don't understand it. And this is just my 2 cents, and maybe I'm not meant to understand it because I'm not a scholar of European history. Yeah. But if we go all the way back, imperialistic nations went to find all these different areas where people of color were. If we really do the math, people of color globally have already always outnumbered Europeans or Caucasians. I'm gonna use Caucasians. That's just the numbers right there. There are more people of color in the globe than there are white people. Mm-hmm. Now, you Caucasian people decided to go out and have a very imperialistic type of history, right? You went to Africa, you went to the Caribbean, you went to South America, you went and touched everything.
Yeah, literally.
Everything. Right. So you went and touched everything, mm-hmm. and you went and touched everything and also put the dick out. Mm. What do you think was gonna happen?
Come on, somebody.
Nobody came over here. It's not like we went to Europe and we're in the middle of, London was like, I'm gonna make London black today. Everybody fuck somebody. Let's have brown babies. Let's go. Nobody did that.
That's your London fog right there.
Right. You came over here.
Yeah.
You came,
Came throughout history. We're just minding our business.
1992, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. He didn't find what he was looking for, but he here. And now y'all looking monkey, like, oh, we didn't know this was gonna happen. Like, how did you not know?
I'm telling you. You made me. Did you see Apocalypto? We're talking about. At the end, when he ran back in the forest with his wife, he was like,
If I had a time machine, that's what I would do. Girl. That's what I would do. Mm-hmm. Like, and I know it. And I know that I probably have the butterfly effect and do all kinds of BS. But, in my mind, like, that shit pull up and we like, take that one out. Yeah. Like, we ain't letting them off.
Yeah.
Because you know how to act right.
Yeah.
You know how to act right. And so I just don't get it. There is it's funny you mentioned Turn the Ship Around and Apocalypto, because that's really a thing that Pearl Cleage wrote. There's an essay that she wrote, and in the essay, she describes what a good Black man looks like. And she's like, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but she's like, I want someone who'll turn the ship around.
Okay.
And someone who understands community and understands all that glitters is not gold, and that, you know what, we can turn the ship around. We can't be befuddled by this BS. So, yeah.
Also from Detroit.
Who I love.
Love. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been good. I feel a lot better talking about it.
Okay, let's flip it up. Let's make it a little lighter.
Okay, you ready for the lighter side of life?
Yes, because we can't stay dark forever.
No, we can't see, and that's the message right there. So, me being the music person, there was a Verzuz that happened.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, there were people on stage.
It was a comedy show and a concert.
And so it was. Did you see it? No.
I've seen a lot of clips from it.
Okay. Here's the thing. I didn't get to the main event. That I will say that, because, and for those who are under a rock, as Neysa would say, but it was Ray J and Bobby Valentino that They were a team. And then you had Lil Sammy, who ain't so little no more, and he is fine. He's fine, man. Sammy and Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky. And they were a team. So they were like the opening, whatever. And the main event was Omarion and Mario. I fell asleep. I saw the whole, I don't know how, it was too long. Like you're the pre-show, not the main event. So these are my opinions. These are not even reflective of Neysa. I have to give my disclaimer.
I'm gonna agree though. Watch.
Ray J, no.
Nope.
Just stop. You have been now. You have other things you do, other ventures. Just do that. Just do that. You don't get to sing anymore. You don't. And you don't get to blame it on your son who you were holding. You literally blamed your child talking about, because I was holding him, that's why my notes was off. I'm like, what? So yeah, no to Ray J. Sammy can still sing, and I actually remember some of his songs. Pleasure P's never done it for me. Pretty Ricky is kind of a little bit after me. Same with B2K. Like I was never a huge fan to begin with. I like Bobby Valentino. He's short, but that's okay. He can play the piano and he can actually carry a tune. And I like some of his songs. So I'm like, okay, good for you. But they was hating on him or whatever. But there was a lot of trash talking. And again, this is the pre-show. I want to reiterate, this is the pre-show that felt like it went on for 2 hours.
Yep.
I'm like, what is happening? So that was weird for me. And they just shouldn't be singing. So I ended up watching the main event like the next day. I was able to watch the playback. Oh, Marion, what happened? Marion's just attractive at this point. Like he is still handsome. You can't take that from him. But and I will say this, knowing I've learned a lot about the music industry. I know about performance and audio and the inner ear pieces that they wear. I've learned a lot. And I know that can be an issue.
Correct.
When your track isn't right and whatever. But a huge part of me is like, either you can sing or you can't. Like, can you sing or not? And Omarion it wasn't it, sis.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was trash. The pieces that I've heard of it are horrible. I heard pieces of Ray J and him dancing hard on One Wish, which is crazy. On Marion, just like, no.
Like what?
No.
Mario's horrible. Mario did a good job. I thought.
Did a good job.
Mario did. And then
talking ish, but he wasn't wrong.
What you said?
He wasn't wrong. Y'all can't sing. And we've seen Stephanie Mills and Shaka, right? Shaka didn't do a good job. You know? Yeah, there might be some other issues. I don't know, but she didn't do a good job. We see some verses that have not been stellar.
Right.
I literally felt like these fools were on the basketball court. It's like, hey, y'all gonna sing at the verses. And they were like, oh, yeah.
It's a pickup game.
Yeah, to me, it felt like they didn't take their craft seriously, which changes how I view you as an artist as well.
Yeah, you didn't do sound check. You didn't do sound check. You didn't rehearse. Like,
you just came out here and was like, oh, I'm about to go sing today. Who does that?
No, you can't. No. Yeah, I was very disappointed. And Omarion brought out Jeremiah. That's when Mario was like, no, stop. Stop.
And then none of y'all practice?
It was
like nobody was in the bathroom. Me. Do something like
some vocal exercise.
Steve Mackey, let's get y'all together if y'all came out here. Like
I know. Yeah, I don't. It was tragic.
It was.
Yeah, it was tragic. But on a lighter note, you have the BET Awards. And some highlights from that. A lot of people were happy to see Mariah Carey, who actually sounded, because in her later years, it's iffy. But she came out with Lotto. And everybody was happy to see her. And I love that Lotto gave her flowers at the end, because you really should give people their flowers.
Yeah.
Mariah, for whatever other stuff, Mariah's that chick. So
Mariah not walk good. Like, I don't understand.
why'd I ask my hairstylist that today? Because he stands.
Yeah. What was the answer? Because
I asked, and he's seen her in concert, but he didn't really have an answer. But I would, because I don't know, maybe I'm with you though, because dude's holding her hand, but it's like it's wobbly. It's like a newborn animal.
I'm like, maybe her spanks are too tight.
Maybe she don't need them heels on. I hate to say it. I mean, I know everybody wants to wear stilettos, but Mariah, you may have aged out.
Well, she shouldn't have. Like, they get the Botox on their feet to not age out.
Well, she is over 50.
So I'm just like, no, I understand that, but like, let it go. Like, she does not move anymore. And I'm just like, yeah.
Walked like 2 steps and then was like,
in my mind, I think of Paula Abdul whenever I see her. I remember Paula Abdul broke her back, and Gloria Estefan broke her back too. But I think of them and thinking maybe she done broke her back and we just don't know, But I don't know. It's like she just doesn't walk well. But she did sound good and she looked good, and I enjoyed that performance. Bad Boy performance.
I'm gonna get
track was off.
Girl, let's get into it.
That track was off.
It didn't allow for freestyle. Not to cut you off. It just didn't.
Correct.
So my girl who missed her whole part.
Kim?
Yes. I was rapping for her.
It's my song too. Diddy had to give her the cue. He was like, no, this is the line we own. Like, no.
Right. Yeah. It didn't allow you to come out and do this. You needed to come out and start rapping.
Right.
Y'all didn't rehearse this, right? Like you said, this wasn't rehearsed.
The dancers rehearsed because you see they were on their point. Breathe. She was like, and she was doing all the pieces. But I was just like, y'all didn't plan this out?
Yeah.
At all? Y'all didn't do a walkthrough? Oh, okay. And so, can we talk about Kim for a second?
We can talk about Kimberly Denise Jones. Yes, we may.
So people who know me know that Lil Kim's verse, All About the Benjamins, is my favorite verse ever. Like, I don't care who's in the car, young, old, whoever. If it comes on, I'm gonna rap the whole thing. And a grandmama could be there. I don't care. I'm rapping like I'm on the stage. It is what it is. Yeah. That I'm Bab L. Cool J. My kids know. Or I Need Love. The kids know. Be quiet. Mama gotta rap. You're
in the studio.
I'm in the studio.
That's right.
I'm in the studio. Kim.
Yeah.
I like Kim. I wish Kim liked Kim.
Ooh, that's a word.
I know.
I know.
I had plastic surgery. I understand the allure of plastic surgery. I understand that some people say it's like tattoos. You get one tattoo, you want 5 more. I didn't feel the way about tattoos. I just happened to like tattoos. It's not like I was addicted to tattoos, but I don't think I'm addicted to plastic surgery. I think that she very well could be. And I think that she needs to stop. Now, look, in this age, you get to be whatever you want to be, right? You can define anything about yourself. You can define your gender, you can define your look, you can be whatever you want to be. I know she has the right to do that. But when I see her, it reads as sad to me. And it reads as somebody who's not happy with themselves. And as a person who battles self-image on a regular basis, Faith, on a regular basis, that for me, Kim is a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
I just like
Go ahead.
It's like Michael.
I hope I don't get that bad, but yes.
Is it not that bad already?
She looks like an Asian woman.
She looks like an Asian woman with a big old booty and these new hips.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
it's very self-hatred. Like, I mean, from the beginning for me, when I started to see it, those of you listening, and Neysa knows, I stand for Lil Kim. I just do.
Yeah.
Queen Bitch is me. Mobb Deep, Quiet Storm remix, don't play with me. So
Yeah.
I love Little Kim. And everything you said, I mean, I agree with it is self-hatred, because you look at how she used to look and she wasn't unattractive, and I'm just like, she was a pretty brown woman, girl to woman, like, and I'm just like, I wonder what was fed to her as well. Just
Correct.
what she's hearing, and I do think about Faith Evans and her. You good enough to be the side piece. He didn't wife you, he wifed Faith. Faith is the lighter skinned person. I don't know if those are things. I'm speculating at this point, but I can't help but think how that may have messed with her. I don't know what Big was telling her,
Right.
news people saying what they say. So and I just wonder where that journey began, or was it even before Big? But I know she was in love and loved Big, and it was like after he died, it was this transition started happening.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. For me, it's sad and it's hard to see, because lyrically, like, I love her. Like,
yep.
And I'm just like, gosh, she looks bad. I hate this. It's not cute.
No,
I still love her, but it's just not cute to me.
You can do what you want to do. I believe in, I guess this is kind of hypocritical, but I do believe in good plastic surgery. Like, I believe in, if you want to get a little snip to retain your look or to maintain a look, then you have the right to do it. I don't want to be Hey Michelle and wake up with a whole new face, get the Bratz doll edition, because a lot of people get that whole Bratz doll edition now, is it SZA got it?
I guess. I don't
Summer
know.
Walker got it. It's like they go and pick this face and it's like, oh, I want this. And it's like the Instagram filter face, like, I want that. And everybody's getting that same exact face.
Can't have surgery on her face. Hey, Michelle said she didn't have surgery on her face.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And they say too, I've heard about, like, there with that plastic surgery, when you start cutting on your face, that it really is kind of an indicator of some self-hatred there. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's, but I've heard that before too. Like, you start, let me do my nose, let me do,
because I know people who've gotten nose jobs and they feel like, they did it. Hell, Patti LaBelle, very famous nose job, but her nose still is a nose. You know what I mean? Like, it's a nose.
I know.
It's not itty bitty teeny tiny. I just I don't think doing work on your face is a bad thing. I've always thought if I did any work on my face, I want to look me, but well rested.
Okay.
Somebody else. I'm not doing work to change me into something else. I'm doing work to like me, well rested.
Yeah.
However, we've seen Kylie Jenner.
Girl.
I mean, she got a whole new face too.
Listen, both your parents white, girl. You can't claim no Armenian or nothing, whatever. I mean, I know they done had work, but honey, you are a white girl.
But she had work. And so
lip kits.
Exactly. Exactly. So I just like, there is a level of weirdness. Okay. I'm gonna get canceled for this one.
What?
A little bit. So I'm gonna say it gingerly.
Yeah, black car. Go.
No. So my question is too, people have this level of work before having children. When your child comes out looking not like your Instagram face now or your new face, how does that impact how you view your child? And the reason I bring that up, there's a commercial here that has Khloe Kardashian in it and her daughter. And her daughter's a cute little girl, but I'm thinking like, like, do you look at your daughter or Kylie or Kim or whoever else with these kids, and think, oh, she's beautiful? Or do you look at your child and think, when she's 15, I'll fix this, You're
not getting canceled for that. That makes sense. I think that's a good question to ask.
Yeah. I mean, the work that I've had done, there were conversations with my daughters about, hey, this is what I'm doing for me. This is not an indication of you,
right. Yeah.
And go forth from there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. To each his own, but I know I love Lil' Kim. Anybody who knows me knows that, and I hate to see it. And I mean, who am I, right? She can read me
Right. She grown. She you.
she want to do, but yeah,
Yeah.
I did need to see that because for me, a lot of it. This is me being Hotep. You're subscribing, and especially when you start to change your African features, you're subscribing to a European way of how you think, how they've told you you should look. You know, beyond what did Beyonce, your Negro nose, and like,
yeah,
it runs deep. It just does. It runs deep. What a lot of that stuff is. It's like you are good enough how you look. Like you're beautiful. Black women, those of you listening, your girls are beautiful. You're beautiful. You know, no, obviously, if you're a girl, you do what you want to do. That you know, but I just, I don't want no. Nevertheless, so that was a good segue.
Yeah.
Diddy also gave this off the cuff speech, so I honored Diddy, who happens to be my birthday twin, with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and yeah, his speech was all over the place. Well, Kanye, hello. First it was Babyface, who came out and spoke, you know, and talked about how great Diddy was, etc. Then he introduced Ye, my bad, Ye. Kanye was about to die. I'm just gonna say it. You have on a full, what? I don't even know what that was. It's not even, it's a mat, your whole face covered. We can't see your eyes. You got on glasses, your nose and mouth are covered. You struggling for air. I know I'm not the only one that picked up on that. He's talking, but it was like, like in parts of his speech. And I'm like, and Neysa, I will admit, I struggle with Kanye. I don't know him personally. I do believe that I know he's so talented. That didn't just come out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell happened? And again, I know we always go back to Donda. You're not talking about this, but at some point you got to own your stuff. Absolutely, right. I agree. But I just be looking at him like, this nigga, like, what the hell is? I be wanting to shake him. You know what I mean? Like out of love. Like I just be wanting to be like, what's wrong with you?
So
frustrates me.
There's a fine line between artistry and mental illness.
True.
And I think a lot of times we overlook mental illness because of artistry. Mm-hmm. Same way we overlook crimes because of artistry. Long as you're still performing and making me happy, Jester, I ain't gonna worry about what's really going on with you. And I feel like that's very much so with Ye. Ye has admittedly had some mental health issues. And I don't think that they're well managed, you know? And those around him, first of all, it is not against the law to have mental health issues. There's nothing to say that you have to take your meds, you know? However, when you are the business and people make their money off of you being in the news, off of you making this music, after you doing these eccentric things, there's less of an urgency for me to make you well. And that's really what I think. I think that so many folk are paying their rent off of his artistry that it's like, well, how do I interrupt that and say, no, bruh, you got to sit down somewhere and get some help. You know? Because, I mean, artists do weird things. I'm not saying that, like, hell, Lady Gaga wore a whole meat suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a difference between artistry and a very fine line between artistry and cries for help. And I think that Ye's been crying for a long time and he's not getting it. Yeah. People blame the Kardashians for that. I don't know the inner working of their marriage. I don't know what help Kim tried to offer and he just didn't take, didn't want, which led to her saying, F it, I'm gonna save myself and these kids. I don't know. But yeah, I just think that Brother Ye needs somebody who's a really, like, he need a real cousin them to come in and be like, hey.
Yeah. That's another one. I love Ye. I want to see him well. So he was there. People were excited to see him, standing ovation. So that was good. And he talked about, you know, loving on Diddy and all that. Diddy what got his award. He was making weird speeches. He
did not acknowledge his kids or Carisha.
He didn't. Somebody was like, well, Carisha knew, so she not acknowledgeable, worthy, or whatever. And I was like, I mean, I could kind of see that. I don't know, but they go together real bad, right? So,
right. Real bad.
But he didn't like his kids. He did his mama. He acknowledged his mama. I like this wig better, by the way.
I do too.
It was a good wig. But yeah, he didn't say nothing about them kids. He definitely misses Kim. He was being petty for shouting out Cassie in his darkest times. That was interesting.
Cassie played her role for years.
Yeah, she did. She really did. Yeah.
But keep my name out your mouth now. You know what I mean?
Right. Hello. But yeah, that happened. So, BET Awards. Taraji hosted. It was cool. It was okay, I guess. I like Taraji, but it was weird pacing for me in the show, just production-wise. Some teleprompter issues. And I haven't watched BET Awards in I don't know how long.
BET ever have a clean show, though?
That's true, they don't.
All right.
Yeah. That was it. I watched it. People were up in arms about Jack Harlow being there. I don't really know who that kid is. I mean, oh, well, there you go. And he brought out Brandy, and because I know he, didn't know who she was and all that, and whatever. Okay. So that happened. Brandy looked good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, am I missing anything? That's kind of the recap. It was people performing. Okay, that's it. What you got?
For the 4th. What
What
are you doing for the 4th of July?
I'm going to be out of town, but I'm not gonna say where because I don't want y'all kidnapping me. So very good.
Me too.
Yes, we're gonna have fun and be excited and do great things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to hear about your adventure. I'm doing family, so I'm not out there in the streets for the 4th. Somebody I know is.
Okay, don't stop. I am on vacation.
You're on vacation. I know.
I'm on vacation. Yes.
On vacation, but you're on vacation in the place that you like.
And everyone will hear about it.
So I want to hear all about it. What?
Everyone will hear all about. Well, Neysa will hear all about it.
I will hear all of it.
Some of it.
Yes.
Next episode.
Yes.
So just chill.
I'm going to a 4-year-old birthday party. That's what I'm going to.
Baby.
Auntie Nay in effect. So I'm going to the birthday party. So yeah.
Oh yes, we out here doing things. Not really doing the 4th, but it just happens to fall on when it falls.
They often to give it to us. So thank you.
Yeah, exactly. At that part. So yeah.
Okay.
That's it. So try to find a way, y'all.
What's up to go?
Oh, that's kind of what we're doing. My to go. Well, what? Oh, my Motivation Monday. I'm going to revisit that. In case you haven't seen it, it is on the Go Ladies Instagram page. Mm-hmm. And be mindful of not self-sabotaging. Speak life over yourself. Speak the things that you want to have. It's so easy to say, I'm this, I don't have, I can't do. You are fully capable. You are able. Just change your narrative. So that's it to go.
Bye, guys. Look, you can find us on YouTube, IG, Spotify. We have a lot of content out there on IG. We're putting a lot of clips up there recently, so different topics. So feel free to like and engage with those topics. And if you have a topic you want to cover, please let us know.
Hey. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.